your business is your baby, just like your career is your baby. But think about what that means. That means, what does it take to raise a baby? You know, you got to nurture it, support it, love it, feed it, sometimes with money. You know, you've got to instill core values in it, lessons that you learned, you know, like not touching hot stuff, to stay safe. Well, your business is the same way. You've got to approach it as it is your baby. I know there's some business owners out there, but I also want to talk to you about your career. You got to treat it like your baby. You know, you've got to nurture it, support it, teach it lessons, you know, learn from those lessons so you don't keep making the same mistakes. It's the only way to advance in anything. And you have to have growth. If you don't have growth of some kind in your business, if you're falling behind in your business revenue wise, if you're falling behind in your career by not advancing and being worth more money, not just getting more money, but actually being worth more money, then you're not nurturing and supporting either yourself or your business the way that it needs to be supported. Of course, that takes outside nurture as well. I mean, you got to have people who support you in your system. But if you don't teach the core values that you learned growing up, like don't lie, cheat, and steal, things like that. If you were never taught that, if a child is not taught that, I should say, then he's going to run into problems down the road. Well, your business is the same way. Your career is the same way. You got to nurture it, love on it, support it. Sometimes give it space, you know. What I mean by that is you got to take breaks once in a while. If you've been running your business for many, many years and you're just running ragged and you feel like you're just tired as hell and you don't have the energy, well, when you don't have the energy, your creativity dies. And if you don't have creativity, you're not going to innovate and add the things or have the energy to make some of the decisions that you need to make in your business so it can actually start growing again. So just a quick message, just wanted to tell you guys that, if business is your baby, well, treat it like one, teach it the lessons it needs to learn. And chances are that those lessons have to come from you. So you got to teach those lessons in your culture. You got to teach those lessons to your business, within yourself. You find stuff that isn't working, you change it. And that's a lesson learned. I'm not going to do that anymore. And if you just keep repeating the same, if a child touches a hot stove and gets burned, he's probably not going to do it again, or she's probably not going to do it again. Well, in your business, it's the same way. If you're doing something and it's causing you to lose and you're not winning, but you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, or just ignoring the problem, it's never going to learn the lesson. And if it doesn't learn the lesson, it's never going to change, and growth stagnates or dies. And if you're not growing in revenue, if you're not growing in your processes, you're not growing in your people, you're not investing in yourself and your people, you're not doing all of these things, then you're not raising that baby. So you got to raise that baby if it's going to ever grow up and mature, and eventually it should. The business, it's so easy of a cop-out for people to say, oh, I never wanted to be big. I don't want to be big. I don't want all that. Well, that's just an easy excuse. An easy excuse. You cannot run an HVAC business in the field forever. You're physically incapable if you're working your ass off. If you're already lazy and you're not doing and not trying to grow at all, then sure, you can. You can absolutely do it. But for years and years and years, you can't do it. I mean, like 25 years, it's impossible. You will get hurt. Your health will decline. You'll get divorced. Like, it can't sustain financially. And that's something that, you get a divorce because you're never home anymore. That's a big step backwards, especially if you love your significant other and you really don't want the divorce. So anyhow, take care of your baby. You take care of your baby by going and making some money and eventually you'll, it's the Napoleon Hill's old saying, it's the you do more now. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this, but you do more now and get paid less, so in the future you can do less and get paid more. That's the bottom line. So keep plugging away. Hope you guys are having a good summer. Summer's kind of winding down here in Kansas a little bit. Service is definitely slow. Anytime I know if we're slow on service, then everyone else is too. So I hope you made some money, and remember this in your career too. You got to treat it like a baby as well. So that's my message. I'll let you guys go and go make money.